Hello, it is day 21. The Christmas countdown is real, guys. We are getting there. I'm going to get right on to my Kylie and the Machine advent calendar first thing this morning. Oh man, I'm gonna be so sad when I don't have a little treat every day. 21st. Another great one for a gift. Love you to the moon and back. Aw, that was a really sweet kid's book. That's just a lovely one. Okay, and then day 21 on my yarn one. Now this one's a bit different, and it is dreamy. This blue, it's like a cobalt blue. Some parts of it are like especially deep, like the night sky. Hey. The moon, night sky. Coincidence? It's definitely a coincidence. But this is such a great color. That's beautiful. I love a cobalt blue. Ooh, gorgeous. It's gonna be so fun to work out the order of mixing all these things together. Very excited about using these up. So today I am gonna see if I get an opportunity to try and go pick up a zipper. I may or may not, so it's just one of those things. We're gonna have to play it by ear depending how busy I am and depending on where I'm traveling in my day. I work in 2 different midwife teams that cover a wide range, like a big geographical area, so you just never know where you're gonna end up, which is why sometimes I've been able to film some fun stuff and sometimes it's like not a whole lot to show you. But we'll see how today goes. I'm feeling pretty chipper this morning. I had a nice email coming through that one of you guys has donated to my coffee page. I didn't make a whole song and dance about this, but I did create a coffee page that I put in the description box, and I've had, I think, 3 people donate to me and buy me a virtual coffee, which is so nice. So if you're not familiar with it, coffee is basically a way that people can just give some money towards someone who's creating content that they like, because of course we don't make a whole lot of money from what we're doing. Certainly I'm not a huge YouTube channel. I don't make a huge amount from my videos, but it's just a way that other people can support me if they like what I'm doing. I did feel a little bit unsure about whether or not to create a coffee page, because I feel like I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this for the fun for me, but mostly for you guys to Vlogmas in particular, get a little window into my world and get to see around Christmas and all that, you know, what I'm doing in London. But I thought, you know, if I have donated to people's coffee pages before because I've liked what they do and I want to show my support, and I thought, well, give people the opportunity. If they want to do that, why not? Like, that's up to them, obviously. And like I said, I didn't make a whole thing to tell people that I'd done that. I just put it in the description box. So not only are people watching my videos, but they're looking on the description box, which I know not everybody does. And it was just so touching to me that people felt that they wanted to give me money and thank me for what I'm doing and tell me how much they appreciate it. And it's just really lovely and a really sweet thing. So thank you so much if you have bought me a coffee, donated to my coffee account. Please, if you haven't, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Like I said, I'm doing this just for the joy of it, and I thought it would be a lot of fun, and I have really enjoyed Vlogmas. So no obligation, no pressure, but really just a huge thank you to the people who have gone out of their way to do that for me. Today I will be starting off my work from home, which means that I don't have the extra commute time to play with. So that means that I can just have a bit of extra time at home. That's my found time. That's the time I do what I fancy. So I think I'm probably going to have some breakfast in a minute, and then I might see if I can cut out the toaster sweater that I'm planning to make. I'll show you the fabric when I'm cutting it out. And then depending how I get on with that, I may or may not be able to put the ribbon on my stockings, but take it one thing at a time. not only should I have time to stitch the ribbon into my stockings, but I've also managed to cut out my toaster sweater. So I'm pretty happy with my progress so far so early in the morning. It's not even 9 o'clock. Still got a little bit more time before work starts. But I just wanted to show you what I've done. So this is gonna curl down inside to be the completed stocking. And what I've done, I'll show you from the inside. This is the lining. I've been stitching the ribbon facing downward and put a couple of rows of stitching there, and then I'm going to turn it up and then do stitches over the top, which will cover up that raw edge, and that will mean it's kind of doubled up and nice and secure. So I'm doing that for both of these. And I've also, like I said, cut out my toaster sweater one. So it's the one that I was planning to make with fabric from my stash. I made a video back at the end of November where I reorganized all my fabric, and I had a few pieces of fabric that I wasn't sure what to do with, and I had some really great suggestions from the community. You guys are always the best. And somebody who's made this toaster sweater one more than once, they've made a few versions, said that they thought that this fabric would work really well for it. So I am trusting in that. It is a really lovely cotton sweatshirting. You can see it's like a raspberry pink, but it's got a little bit more of a kind of slightly marled texture to it. The inside is like this uber soft, fluffy fleece back. So it's really warm. This is gonna be such a cozy, warm sweater. And I feel like I'm hoping that I'll get that neckline standing. See how we go. I will interface the other one because it is thinner for sure, but this one I'm just gonna try and make it as it is with the bands, you know, as the pattern is designed. This is fabric that I got from Guthrie & Ghani, and I actually managed to squeeze this out of 1.6 meters, so I'm pretty happy. And I have some decent sized pieces left over that I'll just use for scrap and I can use for my tests and stuff. But I'm gonna see how I get on with my stockings. I may or may not get any time to do a little bit of sewing on my sweatshirt, but I'm certainly happy with the fact that I've managed to cut it out and I'm ready to go. I think that's pretty good going for the time of day. I will carry on sewing and check in with you in a little bit. I love how this one turned out with the red lining. Like the black lining in that one too. Pretty cute pair. I think they'll look great on the mantle. So I know I'm not the only person who does this, but what I've done is I've pinned together as much as I possibly can so I can just serge the whole lot at once. So I have pinned the sleeves to the front and to the back of this bodice, front and back bodice. I have pinned together all of my cuffs, the cuff, the hemband, the neckband, so I can just stitch all those bits together, and it just is a lot more efficient to me. I will say that if you're not very experienced, you can get a bit confused with which pieces are which, but I feel confident that I will keep track of what I'm doing and I can just power through, and then basically once I finish this, I'm almost like halfway through the sweatshirt. So I happen to be visiting somebody in the vicinity of Gold Hawk Road, so I'm gonna see if I can get that zipper. I ended up going into that first fabric shop that I showed you guys when I came here before, and they had the tiniest haberdashery section, notion section. They had, honestly, I think it was like 40 zippers in total, and I was like praying that they were gonna have what I wanted, and I got this one, which is a 9-inch. I don't want to focus on my face, isn't it? 9-inch zipper, and then this one is longer, maybe like 13-inch. I'm not entirely sure on the length, so I kind of wanted to go for both options. I feel like color-wise, I think the brighter red is probably closer, the shorter one, but I felt like what's it gonna hurt to have two options, and either of them I'm sure would work. It's not like it's gonna be super visible, it's under my arm, it's just gonna be the little tab sticking out, so I'm sure whichever I go for is gonna work, and I'm just so happy I can finish my Christmas dress. Disaster averted. I'm on my way back to the office and I'm taking a slight diversion. I was planning to make some Christmas cookies over the next couple of days, and I thought I could just go to the supermarket and buy some Christmassy sprinkles, but they only had like really normal sprinkles or really large iced things, which aren't going to work on the cookies. So I'm going to stop by my favorite party shop. I love it because the name is just so good. It's called the Nonstop Party Shop, and I'm going to see if they have any sprinkles. If not, there's a big supermarket nearby. It might have them. See how we go. No luck at the Nonstop Party Shop, no luck at the big supermarket. I'm actually gonna go in on my way in now. I'm on my route home. I've stopped off for one last ditch attempt at a grocery store called Asda, which is owned by Walmart. So, you know, it's an American shop. I think it's an American thing that I'm looking for, so let's hope for the best. This was the last one, guys. Oh, so accomplished. Feeling very accomplished between that and my zippers. I think I've done pretty well today. I'm gonna hop in the shower because that's what I do these days when I get in from work, because you can appreciate I go to all kinds of people's houses, and even though I'm wearing gloves and an apron and masks, I don't want to take any chances. But I will be checking in a little bit later this evening. Not sure what we're gonna get up to, but I'll keep you posted. I really love how the Christmas stockings turned out. I think they look so great in our mantle. It's all looking just uber festive in the best way. This evening we are gonna try and finish up that Beatles Get Back documentary. It's extremely long, so if you're wondering why it's taking us forever, it's very long, and we've been wanting to take it in little juicy nuggets, stretch it out, enjoy it over a period of time. So today I think is probably going to be the final one for us. We got about an hour left, so I think we're going to finish that off. Going to be having that with a cup of tea and milk chocolate digestives, the best Dunkin' biscuit. I don't really care. They're just a classic. You really can't beat them. Now I have to say, UK people, if you are not aware, I want to highly recommend to you dunking a milk chocolate digestive into chai tea. It's cinnamony, chocolatey, extremely delicious. I was disappointed to find out that I'm actually out of chai tea. We're gonna have to buy some more. But I do have it's called a detox tea from Trader Joe's that has a little bit of cinnamon and spice in there that we got when we were back home. So I'm hoping that's gonna work out. It might not be quite the same, but I'm sure I'll enjoy it either way. But I will be checking in with you guys tomorrow when it is my final working day before Christmas. So I am excited to finish up for the year. Well, not for the year, but you know, for the season, and not go back to work until after Christmas. And I will see what I can get up to showing you around before I finish off, because it's nice to be able to show you where I work, and it's my last opportunity to do that before I'm off before Christmas. I have got a lot of Christmas baking planned coming up over the next few days after that. I mentioned that I was going to be making some cookies. I'm going to be making some butter spritz cookies dipped in chocolate with some nice sprinkles on there. I'm planning to make some snickerdoodles, and I'm planning to make some, they're called chocolate crinkle cookies. They're like a chocolate cookie that's rolled in powdered sugar before it's baked in the oven. They have this really great crinkly effect that looks kind of like snow. I want to have some cookies for Christmas because I love cookies for Christmas. It's very much something that in my family we grew up with, all kinds of lovely home-baked treats around to snack on Christmas. And it's not a thing with my husband's family so much, and I like to bring the bits that I want to enjoy for Christmas. So I'm going to be baking those things up at some point. I'm also going to be making some Swedish buns. hopefully on Christmas Eve. Might be overcommitting, so if I decide not to do any of these things, I know you guys won't hold me to it. But the point is, once I'm not working, there's gonna be a fair amount of baking going on, so be prepared. My other plan for this evening while we're hanging out is just trim off those threads from the serged seams, and that will be a nice way to get ready for the next stage of sewing when I get a little bit more of an opportunity to do that. But I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.